Hi, my name is Shanti Kumar V. You can Google my name and also you can check in LinkedIn on my profile. I am an IT job coach. I scale up IT professionals into higher roles. Today's call is regarding Agentic AI in DevOps, how it can be implemented. I've prepared some 11 days tutorials to explain with case studies how the companies are doing it, and those we are going to discuss step by step and in different parts. So today's this one, I'll share the document here, what I prepared it, and I'll discuss. I hope you're able to see my document. So here is a 11-day Agentic AI DevOps tutorial series outline with case studies for each day. So each tutorial includes a tutorial focused on key concept with a practical case study showcasing how companies or teams solved real problems by applying Agentic AI DevOps principles. Okay, first day one tutorial is Agentic AI DevOps for cloud cost automation. You have been working in years together in the DevOps area and cloud area. You know, for management, they have a fixed budget, quarterly or monthly budget, to make sure you stick on to that budget for your project, for your deployment activities. So here, let us say we are all humans. We do a lot of mistakes most of the times under pressure in the work environment. So when we do this kind of mistakes, what happens? Automatically cost is going to be increased. It can go up to millions of dollars in a month also for multi cloud services or single cloud services or huge service-oriented applications, architecture-based, SY-based applications, if they are connected it and deploying on different releases. So here, let us walk through the tutorial, how it is. Introduction to cloud cost automation using agentic DevOps principles. It covers and setting up automated cloud cost monitoring and alerts and budget enforcement using intelligent AIs, agents. The tools are AWS Cost Explorer, APIs, Terraform, Python scripts, serverless functions. So example case studies, a SaaS company reduced their monthly AWS bills by 30% by deploying agent scripts that identify unused cloud services in real time and trigger auto scaling or downscaling or termination. The agents also automatically tag resources with cost center labels for better tracking. Let us take one SaaS company. That SaaS company uses many products, many services. They host for different customers. Now, what happens? People will create and they don't use the services for more than a week. Then what happens? They are unused, but billing is going to occur for the company. Then how are you going to identify that kind of services? Yes, you can track manually, but how long it takes for you to track it? Then who are the owners of that? How are you going to track it? Manually, it is a tedious job. Let us say if in a major project, 100 EC2s are created, are you going to track them? Are you going to identify who are the owners in a day or two? But if you have the agents built on top of that, it can bring in 1 minute or 2 minutes who are the owners and how to escalate the alerts to them. If they are not revoking them in 24 hours, you being admin for that applications or projects, you can terminate them after 24 hours if the action is not taken by the owners. So that's where you are going to write the agents here to identify unused services in AWS, and you are going to do the cost control by terminating them. That is one case. Now, let us go to the IAC area. What is IAC? Infrastructure as code validation. So, say for IAC, you need to use for validation purpose. How it is? Enhancing infrastructure as a code validation by integrating AI-powered agents for security and compliance scanning before deployment. So, let us say you have multiple applications running on AWS. Now, incrementally, you are implementing the IAC. When you are implementing IAC, infrastructure as a code, you might use JSON scripting or ML scripting, or even nowadays, most of the people are transforming into Python scripting also with AI tools help. In such case, how are you going to implement that process, IAC process? Now, you wrote the script, you tested in the test bed or test environment. Then you need to deploy in production. Then you need to use to validate the code, the AI agents. Let us say you can't validate as a DevOps developer for the code what you have written it. Somebody need to validate. Then for that you can't execute a QA project to test your code, right? So what you need to do, you can save the time and you can deploy the AI-powered agent, and it can scan the code and verify it, and it can simulate that kind of setup and come up with results. So that is the one you need to do it. You are implementing automated code reviews, bots for Terraform and CloudFormation templates in AWS. So, what are the tools you are going to use? It Open Policy Agent, Sentinel tool, and GitHub Actions integration. So, let us say you are deploying the code. Now, when you are deploying code, you are doing automation using IAC, and that is going to be used GitHub Actions. In GitHub, what happens? Check in, check out will happen. Then that GitHub code need to be brought into DevOps repositories, right? Then you are going to use the code, your Terraform or JSON or Python code. Then later on, you are going to deploy it. So all these things are going to happen automatically with your code that need to be tested by the agent. Now, one case study, if you take it, how the enterprise implemented it. An enterprise improved their IAC security posture by implementing agentic validation bots that prevented deployment of vulnerable or non-compliant infrastructure changes, reducing incidents by 40% in the first quarter. You have to remember one thing. When you implement IAC with human validation, there might be errors. Yes, obviously, failures will occur. Then if there are 100 defects in the IAC in the overall project's deployment, what happens? So you are going to be bombarded by the management because you need to redo that work again and again manually, and you don't have time to check the code also because of the pressures released schedules are there, all those things. Now, if you implement agent here, it does security validation, it does the compliance validation of the code. Everything can be automated and cost can be saved 40%. So these two are the tutorials in this call. I would like to cover it, and we will see in the next session. Thanks for attending this one.